started today because today we get to rank Goyslop. This is my favorite pastime. This is my favorite form of entertainment. It's doing this. It's ranking the worst of the worst, and that's what we're going to be doing today. If you don't know what Goyslop is, it just pretty much means like the most generic, mass-produced, like worst quality product or worst quality piece of art, if you even want to call it art. Just the lowest of the low of what humanity can offer. And it's the main point of Goyslop is to remove you from your true self, remove you from your real like sense of duty, and remove you from the excellence that you can be. And that's what we're going to be talking about today. What are the worst forms of sin, even if you want to look at it like at a worldly stage? And that's what we're going to be ranking today. And it's amazing. This is going to be an amazing episode. And we have like TV shows, food products. I wouldn't call it food products. We have people, and we have just a good wide base of stuff. So we're gonna be starting it off like nice and easy. Coca-Cola. I think Coca-Cola, and by the way, S is like the worst of the worst, and then D is not like, it's bad, but it's not at the end of your life, you know what I mean? It's not like you're not gonna die if you keep on consuming this, but it is gonna like, make you weaker and make you worse. I think Coca-Cola, to be honest, I think, in my humble opinion, I think it's not the worst. I think you can do a lot more worse that we're going to see throughout this. Obviously, if you're drinking like a can of Coke a day, then it's really bad. But if you do this in like very moderation, like, once a week, maybe once every 2 weeks, I don't think it's the worst thing in the world. I just don't think that the thing is that in America, I know this, it's pretty much at every fast food, at every like anywhere in the world you can find this, and it's very destructive, it's very bad. So like the fact that it's everywhere definitely bumps it up. Like a lot of these other things, even if they're horrible for you, like they're not as readily available as Coca-Cola. So I think we make it a little bit, I think C tier, but definitely not the worst. Okay, now I'm gonna save Oreo for later. Only bands. Okay, this is going to S tier, I think. This is going to S tier for obvious reasons. I don't really know to explain it. Who is the OnlyFans CEO? Yeah, I think whoever this person is, let's just say there's a very few amount of people in this world that I wish genuine harm of, and I think that person might be one of them that I wish like genuine, like karmic revenge, basically Zeus, just, I wish nothing but ill will for that person. Very, very, very few amount of people that I genuinely wish that upon. I think this is bad for the people participating in it, posting the videos and everything like that, posting their bodies and everything like that. And I think it's bad for the people that are watching it. I don't know which is worse, but both are like the lowest form of a human that can possibly exist. I think this is an S tier. I think this is an obvious S tier of like the worst thing in the world. And, well, I mean, yeah, I think this is one of the worst things that a person can do, or a person can create, is this. And especially we've seen this in like the consequence that this platform has had on the minds of young men, young women everywhere. And just it's caused a decay of a part of our soul and a part of our humanity that can never been done before. I think this is worse than Ebola. I think this is worse than COVID. I think this caused more damage. This might have caused more damage if we see this like a big scale, more than World War II. This is like this is horrible. This is really bad. So yeah, I think S tier for OnlyFans. And if you are on this platform or you're posting content, I think you should really reconsider your life choices. And if you can't change, and that's the only way that you can make money, then I'd rather be homeless than do this platform. And especially if you're spending money on there, I think you should cease that immediately. So just stop. Okay, Fox News, CNN. We can lump every single like major news organization into this. I think these are really bad, but is it as bad as OnlyFans? I don't know. That's for history to tell us, but I think it's pretty bad for like the division and what's happening in our country, in our various different countries. It's a lot of propagandas on there. I still think a couple of good people can be on there, and there can be some good takes from time to time. And there can be some genuine like reporting that needs to be done, and at least something. You're at least learning something. There is at least like a. I know you're gonna look at me like I'm kind of strange, and I'm kind of like on their side, which I'm really not. But there is like a nobility in the profession of the people doing this. At least a little bit of that, which is much more that I can say with a lot of these other like things that are about to learn. I still think it's bad, but I think it's not as bad as other stuff like that's done. It's caused to our society. So I think it's a B tier. I could maybe on a good day I could rank it to a C or maybe on like a bad day I could rank it to an A. But I think major news organizations, all of them, none of them are really spared. I think the only couple ones that are really spared are like the impartial ones. Like I quite like the Times, and I used to like BBC, but I think Al Jazeera was pretty good at one point. I don't remember, but I think most of them are just not worth it. I think most major news is not worth it. I don't think even watching the news in the first place, unless if you're like directly involved in it, I don't think it's worth it. Okay, this is like girls gone wild could run for OnlyFans. No, girls gone wild walked so OnlyFans run. I think for like the decadence of society, like the true, up like devastation, the true like chaos of what humanity has brought upon the earth, the true like horrors, the depths of what people think. I think it's definitely this is like has been the start of that. If you don't know what this is, girls. Yeah, maybe you guys don't know what it is. Yeah, it's just an adult entertainment franchise. Yeah, it's just the worst thing in the world. Yeah, it's just horrible. I think S tier, but not as bad as this one for sure. Okay, McDonald's. In the sense that this kills us like spiritually, I think this kills us like physically. Like it definitely. Thank God for Ozempic in America, because they would have been gone without it. With the amount of like innovation and scientists, what people they put in our food, like if they didn't have Ozempic, thank God for Ozempic. Oh my God. But yeah, I think this is as bad. I think is that. Nah, I think not as bad. It's bad on like if you see it as like a global thing of what people consume like on a day-to-day basis. But I still think that a lot of the people, who go there like with their friends and everything like that, like once in a while. Like once in a while I still go down to Mackie D's. I still go down to like these. We can't be too prudish with our health, I think, all the time. We can't be too like Andrew Huberman with our health all the time. Sometimes it's good, but I don't think it's like when I think about it, it's not as bad as these other products. But I think the thing is that if you take like the worst of people like using it, it's definitely like so bad. It's like crazy. Like the people that are like can't even walk, can't even like breathe properly, like have their life like shortened and worsened, and just because some companies put some fucking shitty ass oils in some burgers and some fries. So it's very sad. It's a very sad thing, and soda as well. I think McDonald's and fast food generally. I think the thing is that you have like the worst of the worst that go there, and that like causes their demise, of course. But you also have like normal people like you and me. We go there from time to time, like once, 2 times a week, and we're not going to die any earlier because of it. So I think that, and it also offers like cheap food at a very fast rate. Um, I think I still have to put in an A though, just because of the, I don't know, maybe a B, a high B. How about that? A high B. Okay, now we have, which one was this? I don't remember. Okay, I'm going to be talking about Mr. Beast, and I'm going to be talking about people that copy Mr. Beast. So I better start with the original, first. Okay, Mr. Beast has what? Okay. What McDonald's has done to our health. What McDonald's? What McDonald's has done to our health, I think Mr. Beast has done to our attention spans. So, but there's at the same time, he is doing a lot of good work. He's doing like the Lord's work, and he did come from very humble beginnings. And I do think there's like a semblance of a good person in there. He does give a lot to charity, so we can't never forget that. But still, I mean, the harm that he's doing to our retinas, to our brains. I don't care, even if he's a good person and everything like that. That's still like very bad. And our attention spans and everything like that, and viewing like money as God almost in a little bit of a sense. Like I feel that in some of his videos. So I think it's not the worst thing in the world. Don't get me wrong, but it's pretty bad. If it was like just Mr. Beast, then this would be like very, very low. This would be like a D tier. You know what I mean? But the thing is that this caused like him existing and him making his content caused a chain reaction of similar content to this, and or at least popularized it a lot more. And it also popularized like the AIDS editing, as I like to call it, like very trashy, not very well put together, but like constant barrage, just shit music, like all over me, like all over us. And I don't think it's good. So I don't think it's as bad as these things though. Like I can't put it there. I might even put it, because the thing is that he does give money to charity. That's like his biggest that's like his biggest protection, I suppose. So I think C tier, maybe C tier. As bad as Coke, I think. Think about putting Coke upwards, actually. I'm thinking about putting Coke upwards, and I'm putting Mr. Beast at C. How about that? People that copy him, though, I have very, very little respect for. Especially because like they're geared more and more towards kids, and just, I don't know if you've seen, like, there's a lot of kids nowadays. I think a lot of kids are very bright and like very smart and everything like that. Like, don't get me wrong, I think we're like the future, definitely, for sure. But like, you see a lot of, but on the other hand, you see a lot of brain dead, like 7 type people. And that is definitely like in part due to these like people who copy Mr. Beast and make the similar style of editing, which I don't think is good. And just they make it on, I think Mr. Beast is relatively tame topics, but these, like, the people that copy him, they go for more extreme, but more extreme in like a degenerate way almost. So I think it's like a high A tier of how bad it is. A Jubilee. So Jubilee debate style videos, horrible. I think they like rot your brain. It's like politics. It's like the worst of CNN. It's like the worst of Fox News. It's like Pierce Morgan. It's just really bad. It's just noise at some point. I think it's really horrible for your soul. I think I'm gonna put it in the A tier too. I'm gonna go a little faster, I think, with these. Double stuffed Oreo cream cookie. Oh my god, it's just like so like it's there's something about like, okay, Coca-Cola, like the thing is that you can be normal and have a Coke. You can be normal and have a Coke from time to time, but I feel like you can't be normal and have a double stuffed Oreo double cream like cookie. Like, come on, there's like a point where like it's just too much. It's like too much like comically fat. It's like too much comically obese. It's too much comically like of a bad person. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? It's too much. It's too much. Okay. Gambling. I think gambling we have to put in. Yeah, gambling is pretty bad to be honest. I think probably put it A, same as A. Maybe double stuff Oreo, maybe B, and then gambling at A. Okay, this is S, worst of the worst, Love Island. It's the same thing as this, but just probably even worse. It's oh my god, I can't believe people watch that. I can't believe seriously watch that shit. Like I don't know how you watch that. Like how the like what is like I understand why you would watch it, but I mean there are others you can do it a lot faster. You know what I mean? You don't need to degrade yourself morally, cuck yourself like both physically, mentally, and morally by watching this. And like seriously watching like the whole thing. Like how many seasons are there of this? See there's like 12 seasons of this. With like billion, it's like the most successful thing in the world. The Mr. Beast Games All Stars episode, Australia, like oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. This is so degenerate. This is like oh my god. And there's like, there's a billion different other versions of this. Yeah, Lovers and Liars, Are You On? I mean, like this is like it's just I think the only good thing that came out of this is Chris Williamson, maybe. That's the only thing that came out. But I think honestly, like, if I partook in this and I was like causing this to happen, I would probably end myself. And I think some people have ended themselves, like, because they were on this TV show. I think there was like this Chad once. Like I saw this in a Hamza video, like Chads are killing themselves. And there was one guy who ended his life, which is very sad. Obviously, pray for him. Very, very sad. But he ended his life because he was on one of these TV shows. And it just doesn't, it's just so spiritually like dead. You know what I mean? And at least he was on. At least he was like doing the thing. But, people that are watching this are like, it's just horrible. It's just so disgusting. Like, I can't describe it. It's just so horrible. Yeah, this goes up in the same direction. Elsa Gate. All these weird YouTube Kids style videos. Yeah, YouTube Kids, Elsa Gate. Like, this is even like worse, I think, because it's targeting to like children, and it's doing like bad, like promiscuous content, disturbing content, like this, and promoting it to like children. And children, they don't know better, but that all of this like stuff, all of this like imagery, like this. What's like another like? Nah, this is not the worst thing though. But like this shit, like it can cause like a seed of something very disgusting, in like a baby's like head, which should cause it to do ratchet shit in the future. Like like worshiping money and everything. Like like this. I mean, I like money, like the another guy, but like. It's just how it's made. You know what I mean? They weren't raised on Sesame Street. Sesame. Like, this is, like, so wholesome. Like, look at this. This is not the same as, like, YouTube Kids. You know what I mean? There's, like, a wholesomeness in here that they don't have in YouTube Kids. I feel so sorry for the kids here. Like, we learn so many stuff. And there's, like, a soul behind this. You know what I mean? Anyway, yeah. So I think S tier, how bad it is. Female rappers. And I think male rappers too, to be honest. Like, let's not like denigrate a whole like people or gender. But just female rappers, oh my god, it's like the most disgusting. Female rapper. Okay, let's do like what if I read this out loud? It's like a good one. Munch by what's her name? Yeah, Ice Spice. Let's do Munch. Lyrics. Even like the presentation, man. Like it's just so clean. How can you get this clean? Like I can't read any of this because I'm gonna get demonetized. Yeah, it's just so disgusting. It's really like, and you know, there's much worse. There's much worse. You know, it's just so horrible. It's just so disgusting. It's just so like I'm don't want to say any of this. Like, he's sniffing my breeze? Is that farts? Are those farts? It's like every single lyric. Can you have something that's like wholesome? Can you have something that's like decent? That's like a good message? And you know, we can go on to like male rappers, every rapper, but more and more you'll learn that all of it's degenerate. Even rock in like 80s was not as degenerate, but it is degenerate. I think the only good stuff is like from the 60s to the 70s, and even the 70s. Like as soon as the Beatles came on, I think as soon as the Beatles came, it was like peak slop. Ever since then. So thank you, the Beatles, for creating this. They created this, so if you ever see a Beatles member, don't shake their hand or anything like that, because they caused the decay of Western civilization. They're so responsible. John, Paul, Ringo. Who else was it? George? Yeah, George. Oh my god. I like them, but like, come on. I think they are the ones, like, if you point like where it got degenerated from there, I think it's starting for the Beatles, and then yeah. We had Kanye West. He was doing some good stuff for a while, but he was like the only one. And then he went even more degenerate than like the rest of them. So you can never have anything. Kim Kardashian. I think S tier. I don't think she's done one positive contribution to humanity, except for freeing Larry Hoover, is it? Free Young Thug, free Larry Hoover. Prison reform. She actually did prison reform. So because she did prison reform, we're gonna put an A. But everything else that she's done is just so it's just so weird. It's just so perverse, in my opinion. Like what she's doing. Like I'm gonna show you, but please, like, I know a lot of you people are on NNN and will get easily like distracted. Yeah. Okay. So we got Kim K. Oh, misspelled it. Anyway, I know a lot of you people are like on NNN, so I wanna like tell you that I'm gonna go through photos, and if you're not in the right state of mind, this could really like make you turn. But like it's just so like promiscuous. I think it's just so bad. Like look, especially this one. I can't even show this on YouTube, to be honest. Like this, and then you have photos like this. And then you have photos like your kids right next to it. Like, pick one. Which one? You know what I mean? You can't be doing this stuff. It's just so disgusting. It's just so, like, you have more to offer to life. You know what I mean? And then you're going to say, oh, but she makes more money than you. Like, okay, good. I'm going to go to heaven. You're not. Even though you claim to be Christian. Even though you claim the cross. I ain't going to see you there. Okay, maybe she might be there. She might be there. But she won't be like as in there as we are, you know what I mean? She's not going to feel at home there. She's going to feel alienated. Yeah, it's horrible. Like, it's just, you know. I mean, at least she's doing some prison reform, I think, back in the day, but, like, that's about it. Like, you already have enough money. You don't need to be doing extra. Like, you know what I mean? Like, at some point, you just gotta come to Christ, I guess. Come to Jesus. Just so bad. And I know she's Christian. She says she was Christian, but I just don't understand. If you're Christian, well, why are you doing this? You know what I mean? Especially with kids, 2 kids, 3 kids. Like, you're a mom. Like, it's horrible. I think it's bad. I think it's bad. Yes, I am slut shaming. Yes, I am. It's just horrible. It's just horrendous. And we're gonna Funko Pops. You know, to be honest, like, I think Funko Pops is more of and I know it's bad to like collect useless junk, and it's like a late stage capitalism, but there's something like that I admire. A little part of me admires about the Funko Pop that I think is I think it's sort of like, it reminds me of like stamp collecting and like collecting trains and like this sort of autistic like fixation with certain stuff. Like me, like I can't be judging like people who have Funko Pops too much, because I'm like a very avid collector of like perfume and everything. So I feel that me pointing like, it's sort of that one thing of in the Bible when like there's one guy with like a little shard of wood in his eye, and then the other guy has like a big log in his eye, and then the guy with like the little tiny weeny thing, he makes fun of the guy with like the big log. I think that's sort of the same situation here. I can't be making fun of people with the Funko Pops too much, because, you know, we all have these like little like fixations in our life, and maybe we shouldn't really do it, but I still don't think it's good. I still don't think it's good, mindless, like worshiping, having little idols of your favorite TV characters and consumer culture. But the amount of ratchet, disgusting stuff we've seen, it's not as bad as the other ones. So I think we have to put it at C, maybe D tier. Rick and Morty, the TV show, nihilism, hedonism, unfunny. The guy was like a weird guy, the guy who created it. Ungodliness. I think all of it is just like just how the state of our world, like it's just like peak millennialism. I think it's like millennialism, the TV show, nihilism, no hope, hopelessness. And it used to be like really cool. Like people used to like think this show was so funny, was so cool for doing that, but it's just sad. I think it's very sad at one point. Like if you keep doing it and you keep believe nothing is, it was like funny, I think the first time maybe. Oh, it's so hopeless. It's only nihilism. The only thing that matters is science and being smart and having as much fun as possible, and God doesn't exist. Like it's just so hopeless. It's just so disgusting. But you know, it's not as bad as these other things, I suppose. So let's put it at B tier. And I think it was a good show. I think it was a good show for a little bit. I think the messaging and like the morality behind it was bad, but I think the TV show, like in itself, had some funny moments. Yeah. Soylent is going straight into. It's not that bad, guys. It's not that bad. It's not. Can I? It's not that bad. It's not that bad. Trust me, bro. It's not that bad. There's worser things that you're consuming than this. I don't think that consuming this is good, and I don't think this is advancing society, and I think it is making people weaker, and I personally don't like it. I personally would vow against it. But I think there's just so much more than to nitpick this one particular thing. Like we have a billion like other problems that are more bigger, more substantial, like, you know, we have bigger demons to fight than Soylent and people, you know, drinking soy and everything like that, and people being, you know, people drinking soy. Like, I think we can agree that there are bigger problems in the world right now than that. So I don't think it's as bad. I think that, you know, I wouldn't personally drink it, obviously, but I think there are bigger problems. I think there's bigger fish to fry. You know, same with receipts. Like, you're not going to die if you touch receipts. Like, fix your money problem, fix your looks problem, fix like the view, how you view yourself, fix your IQ problem before you fix like the Soylent receipt touching problem. You know what I mean? You can apply this to the world as well. Like we shouldn't, there's no revolutions for this. I think that the stuff like above here, you know, deserves a lot more criticism and a lot more like hate and a lot more you attacking and you like defending your own stuff. Before Soylent, Funko Pops, Mr. Beast, even Rick and Morty, you know, even Rick and Morty. I think the stuff up here is like, okay, this is horrible. Stop this. We should stop the consumption of this immediately. All of these, everybody here the company should go bankrupt, or the people behind it should just become homeless, and we should just take all their money and then give it to our countries. We honestly, I think if I was president, that's what I would do. Take all these companies right here, and just take all their money and then give it to the people, because reparations for what they've done to our society. I think that's what I would do if I was president of the United States of America or whatever other country. That's what I would do. Just, you know, take all the money, make these people go homeless, make these people just rot. Don't even put them in the jail. They're worth too much. They're worth too little to put in jail. Just leave them on the street, you know, and just kick them. Tattoo their foreheads, and then just carry a big stick around, and whoosh, the person who made Girls Gone Wild should not even deserve like any amount of respect, and like everybody who sees him should spit on him. He shouldn't have bodyguards, and obviously we're not going to kill anybody. That's like would be horrible. Never would do that, but yeah, I think you should hit them with a big stick. Nah, not a big stick. Just like let them live their lives. I mean, they'll eventually get their comeuppance. But yeah, all of the people who run any of these products, any of these programs, don't deserve a happy. Okay, I can't say that because they can never repent and everything like that. And maybe some of their money goes to charity or something like that. I don't know. But yeah, don't deserve any happiness upon the people here. On the people here, it's okay. There's some chance. There's some chance of redemption, even if you partake in some of these activities. But yeah, that's the video. Thank you so much for watching. I don't know what to say. Like and subscribe, I suppose. Yes, I have a lot of acne. You guys gonna say it in the comments. I'm currently on a lot of pills, so hopefully that stuff. A lot of pills, so hopefully that stuff will cease to happen. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this video, and you know, what can I say? Keep calm and carry on. Keep calm and carry on.